So, brothers, I'm gonna call this video a culture of fear. You know, we live in a fear-based culture. You know, and why we live in that culture? We live in a culture where we are heavily uh, reliant on the government and government assistance. We're heavily reliant on the economy. You know, and what I want to ask is, what's the worst that could happen if the economy collapsed? What's the worst that can happen? You know, well, mass panic. People, retarded people with guns. You know, shooting each other, killing each other. But why? Why does this stuff happen? No gasoline. You know, martial law, military rations for everyday people. Why? Why? All this happens because most people are heavily reliant on the government and they don't have any skills. They don't know how to grow their own food. They're not growing their own food, so they're heavily reliant on the system to provide food for them. They don't know how to build. They don't know how to build homes. They don't know how to build, they don't know how to take care of the land. They don't know how to fish. They don't know how to hunt. I mean, these are skills that that the majority of Americans do not have. They are heavily reliant on the government. So in a situation of mass panic, you know, you have a lot of people who will want to, take from someone who has and, keep that for themselves. You even have governments who will want to take from people who have and claim that, because they have the big gun, who has the biggest gun, they will want to take from people who have the skills and the talents and who have been smart enough to go out there and not wait until shit hits the fan to, to gather what they have and bring it in for themselves. So, we have to ask ourselves the logical questions. We live in a fear based society when we don't really have to. We live in a society that is heavily, reliant on the government, welfare mindedness, welfare assistance, the whole economic structure. Why? Because we seek things that are really not important. We seek out the things that, there's nothing wrong with having money or having skills, that you need, but if your only purpose is to, get a college degree just so you can go get a job at some company, then you're setting yourself up for failure. When the economy does collapse, you know, you have a population of people with no real skills or talents, you know, who are going to be wanting to steal and take from other people. And instead of taking this time out, instead of getting on the internet and being totally focused on what entertainer is doing what, or what basketball player is gonna be in the draft or whatever, you know, we spend a lot of time focused on those things when we have videos teaching us about all these other things that we're not focused on. You know, we become stuck. You know, so all I'm suggesting to brothers is that every brother that has a skill or talent is needed. I'm talking about a physical skill. You know, I'm talking about what they call a blue collar skill set. You know what I mean? Those will be the most valuable people in a shit hit the fan scenario. Those would be your real problem solvers. You know, the men that black women hate and shit on. You know, the actual builders, the ones who can help. See, the problem that we have is that, black women are assimilationists. They are trying to assimilate you into this society that can collapse at any moment. It could just simply collapse, you know? And you have brothers, black men, who have been shunned in this society, which is a good thing. It's good that black men have been shunned because at least black men are not dumb enough to try to integrate themselves. Well, you do have the coons and I hate that word, but we do have the black men who, the fake educated ones and I'm talking about the sellouts and the goofy black men that you see on TV, like Ben Carson talking retarded nonsense, but like I said, brothers, you know, you men, y'all have to get the skills and the talents that you would need in a shit hit the fan scenario. So you won't be so fearful. You won't be scared of shit hitting the fan. You won't be worried because you've prepared for it. You have the skills and you have a network of men who have skills, who have talents that can actually do something, that could actually build a community, you know? That's what we're working towards, and I'm suggesting that all brothers be working towards those things. Expand your horizons. The black woman isn't the only thing that's on the table. I mean, what happens after, black men, just say, well, black men, I mean, black woman, look, you screwed up, you messed up. Here you go. Here's all the evidence, you know. All you've been doing this whole time is telling black women that they're stupid for their behavior. And then when shit hits the fan, that's all you got. All you have is the fact that you've been telling black women that they haven't done shit. That they're stupid, or you don't have any real skills or talents that are usable that anyone can use. You're gonna likely be that scavenger black man that's going to get put down. You know, if you don't have any skills or usable skills or talents, what you gonna do? Wait 6 weeks to learn how to grow some food? I mean, for some food to grow some potatoes or whatever it is you're trying to grow. Where you gonna get the seeds from, black man? These are questions that we have to ask ourselves because we live in this fear-based society, and if we didn't follow after this society, if we didn't try to integrate ourselves, we wasn't so worried about uh you know getting our fair share in this thing that's about to go. That's I mean, this shit has already hit the fan. I don't know if I mean, a lot of black men don't realize it, but shit has already hit the fan. So, I mean, it's just, just because the government can continue to borrow money and dull it out as they see fit, it does not mean a damn thing. It's just a band aid on a huge retarded problem. And then you have all these people, they're running to the government, you have your white people who run to the government, who say, you know, who run to the government, who think they have some type of privilege, when they ain't built shit, they ain't have no damn skills, you know what I mean? They ain't invent nothing. You have a lot of welfare minded white people, And you have a lot of welfare minded black people, and you have a lot of welfare minded people in between, you know. And you don't have to be like that. You don't have to think with that welfare mind. Get some skills. Get a skill that will be usable, you know, in an economic collapse. Get some skills, network with brothers who think on the same page. This is what we're in the process of building because we don't need more rhetoric. What we need are people with skills and talents that could be of good use in a shit hit the fan situation. You know, because like I said, shit has already hit the fan. Shit hit the fan a long time ago for black people. We just don't realize it because they're dulling out a little bit. Some crumbs here, some crumbs there. Here you go, black man. Here you go, black woman. Just eat these crumbs and do what we tell you to do and keep lulling your people into this false sense of security. You know, brothers, we gotta wake up, bro. Anyway, on that note, I wanna say peace. Hit the comment section. Let me know what you think. Get on the 5 steps.